8th standard. Welcome back for this new session, and this session we are just going to revise the quarterly portion once again. So let us check so far what we have completed. Okay, so the portion is 1, 2, 3, 4 lesson, and French passage 20 marks. We have completed the revision. Choose the best answer. We have completed. True or false, completed. Question answers also we have revised, and the last class we were revising the conjugation, 30 marks. So what is left out is only lesson exercise, that is 20 marks. So since we have already revised lesson 1 and 2 for midterm, now we will revise lesson 4 and 3. Okay, so lesson 3 and 4 exercises will be revised in today's class. I'll read out the rules first and then we'll see one by one. So shall we start the session? Fine. Okay, take your book, lesson 4, and let's revise for this 20 marks. Okay. Okay, here we are in lesson 4, Kallu e malad. So straight away go to the exercise rules and other pages. Okay, let's start with Interrogation, page number 45 from your book. Okay, so this is a short revision, that is 10 minutes for lesson 4 and 10 minutes for lesson 3, only 20 minutes video. So you can just concentrate well and make it useful. Okay, first I'll read out the rules once and then I will just explain you the important exercise from this lesson. L'interrogation, interrogation. In French, there are 3 forms of interrogation. First one is intonation, by using a raising intonation. Example A. Vous parlez français? Tu regardes la télé? Tu ne regardes pas la télé? So these 3 are a statement that becomes interrogation only by giving intonation. So as you intonate the complete sentence, as you raise the volume at the end of the sentence, that becomes interrogation. So to point out in a document, we have to use a interrogative symbol to show that it is intonation. Okay. Second form, est-ce que, by adding est-ce que or est-ce que apostrophe before an affirmative or negative sentence. Est-ce que vous parlez français? Est-ce qu'il ne regarde pas la télé? So if you see, this is same just like an intonation, but intonation we don't know either is a question or either it is a statement. Only this question mark helps us to identify that it is a question, but to make it as a perfect question we use this keyword called est-ce que. Okay, that is the type 2. Est-ce que vous parlez français? Est-ce qu'il ne regarde pas la télé? So that is type 2. Type 3 is totally different. That is inversion. Okay, by inverting the verb and the pronoun and inserting a hyphen in between the verb and the pronoun. So that is parlez-vous français? Regardes-tu la télé? Ne regardes-tu pas la télé? So this is inverting. So if you just notice this, the subject is coming second and the verb is going first. Okay, that is the method of inversion, and to denote that it is inverted we use a small hyphen in between. Okay, and this is inversion. So far we have seen intonation, est-ce que, inversion. Intonation, just a statement that becomes interrogative by putting a question mark. Est-ce que, just adding before the subject to make it a perfect question. We could say grammatical question. Inversion, just by putting the left one and right one inverted. That is, subject goes to the place of verb and verb goes to the place of subject. So that becomes inversion. Now note, in the third person singular form, if the verb does not end with hyphen T or hyphen D, then T is inserted. That is nothing but parle-t-il français? Regarde-t-il la télé? Ne regarde-t-il pas la télé? So if you identify these things, both the ending of the verb and the starting of the subject becomes a vowel. To break this chain, what we are going to do is we are introducing a consonant. The consonant name is T. This helps to differentiate the verb and the subject. Okay, so inversion is not used with je. So this type 3 is not used with je form. Intonation is or est-ce que is used. Okay, is example, est-ce que je peux regarder la télé? In case if they ask a question that use inversion method in je, grammatically it's wrong. So what you have to do, instead of type 3 you can use type 2, that is est-ce que. Okay, now we'll see the second rule later. Now we will practice the exercise which is based on the first type 1, 2 and 3. Okay, this we will see after finishing the revision of that one. Okay, this is exercise number 1. We are going to revise this now. Just we are going to identify intonation, est-ce que and inversion. Ok, let's start. Mettez les phrases suivant à la forme interrogative en utilisant les trois formes. So, they are asking us to make this sentence a question by using all the three forms. Okay, so rapidly I will finish it. Intonation, just repeat the same sentence and put a question mark. Est-ce que, take this est-ce que and drop it here before the il and put a question mark. Okay, since il is a vowel, you have to use est-qu'il, Q-U apostrophe, that is given here, est-qu'il. See here, est-qu'il. The same point here should be repeated here, since the subject starts with a vowel. Est-ce qu'il prend de la confiture? Question mark. So, when in case if you get any of the exercise number 1 or exercise number 2 in your exam, if you have written the answer correctly and you forgot to put a question mark, your total mark will be 0. Okay, why? Because this sentence is itself telling it is an interrogative sentence. So what is the purpose of the interrogative sentence? To question. So definitely you need a question mark at the end to denote that that is a question. Okay, so inversion, inverse it. Okay, prend-il de la confiture? Question mark. Okay, now I'll start telling one by one. You can just keep your classwork aside and just follow this. Nous avons deux chats. Intonation. Est-ce que nous avons deux chats? Type 2. Est-ce que avons-nous deux chats? Inversion. Question mark. Je comprends la langue française. Okay. Je comprends la langue française? Question mark. Type 1. Est-ce que je comprends la langue française? Type 2. Type 3 not possible because je cannot be used in inversion. Okay, that is what I was talking so far. Okay, what's next? Il commence la classe à 8h. Il commence la classe à 8h? Question mark. Type 1. Est-ce qu'il commence la classe à 8h? Type 2 question mark. Now inversion. Commence-t-il? This commence should go front and il should come back. Commence-t-il la classe à 8h? Question mark. Sorry. Okay. Elle va à la bibliothèque? Question mark. Est-ce qu'elle va à la bibliothèque? Question mark. Now when we inverse this, both becomes a vowel. Va-t-elle. So we should introduce a T that is given in the note here. We should introduce a T here. Okay. Va-t-elle à bibliothèque? À la bibliothèque? Question mark. So that is the 3 methods we have to learn. Okay. L'intonation, est-ce que, inversion. Okay. Now this is one of the important exercise. Okay. Write and practice. Okay. Nous aimons les fruits. Now we have to use only type 2, not type 1 or type 3 is necessary. Nous aimons les fruits. So type 2 is est-ce que. Est-ce que nous aimons les fruits? Question mark. Now this is type 3. Okay. Tu manges beaucoup de sucre. Inversion. Manges-tu beaucoup de sucre? Question mark. This is very simple. Whenever you get type 1, you are so lucky. Just put a question mark and that becomes a question. And type 2, what should be introduced? Yes, est-ce que. So wherever it is type 2, est-ce que, est-ce que, est-ce que, est-ce que. Okay. Only thing you have to check is if it is a vowel, you have to use QU apostrophe. Est-ce que, QU apostrophe. Now type 3. Il y a un oiseau dans la garage. Y a-t-il un oiseau dans la garage? Dans la gage? And where is type 3 here? Vous avez un stylo noir. Avez-vous un stylo noir? Okay, I think this is enough. Now let's move on to interrogation. This is a very short form. Let me make it short. Okay, I'll help you to find it easier. Okay, this is interrogative negative. Okay, that is a very special case, as I said before. Normally, negation is vous ne parlez pas français. Okay, we have learned to form negative sentence by placing ne and pas on either side of the verb. Negative questions are formed in the same way for the 1 and 2 form of interrogation. 1 and 2 is nothing but intonation and est-ce que, only same type. Okay, ne pas as usual, but in here in type 3 inversion alone, ne and pas will not be next to the verb. Pa will come after the subject. That is the only difference. The form of negative interrogation, the pas is placed after the pronoun. Ne parlez-vous pas français? Ne regardes-tu pas la télé? So that one you have to be alert. Okay. So I think other exercise you are very well thorough. So trouver la question already we have seen this one. So let's see this one. So this is identifying the preposition and the verb and placing the adjective in the right place. So already this is the recent exercise which you have finished. I don't think much more important things are there in this lesson. I'll just discuss on this one. First 5 alone I will discuss and you will be able to answer it. Vous aimez le football? So now you have to answer. Okay. So there are 3 types of answer: oui, si, ou no. So there is a small note. Oui and no means yes or no. We know to reply the questions by yes or no. But what is si? Si is a negative way of accepting a positive thing. For example, vous ne parlez pas français. I repeat, vous ne parlez pas français. That means, si je parle français. That means, who said, I know to speak French. So, negative way of accepting a question. So, to accept this, the question should be negative. Okay, that is the rule. Ne regarde-t-il pas la télé? Si, il regarde la télé. That means, don't you watch TV? Who said, I will watch TV? No, I will watch TV. Like that. Okay. So, 1 or 2 I will explain. So, first one is easy. You can, the question is positive. You can answer it in a positive oui or no. Second is, n'allez-vous pas souvent au restaurant? So, si, je vais au restaurant. Why? Because negative question, you can answer it positively by using si. Okay. So, whatever, you can answer in any 3 of this, but si I am using as an example because it is a negative question. Okay. So, est-ce que tu travailles à la maison? You can use oui or no. Oui, je travaille à la maison. No, je ne travaille pas à la maison. Vous n'étudiez pas à l'école. Now you can use si to oppose it and tell the right answer. Si j'étudie à l'école. Okay, so even though the question is negative, when you answer it with si, it will become a positive sentence. Vous n'avez pas des livres? Si j'ai des livres. Okay, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I think you can revise on your own. So match the following. Already we have seen. So now let's move on to lesson 3 exercises. Okay. Okay, we are here in lesson 3, La journée de Madame Loving. So take the grammar page. Let's see what's there in the grammar page. So for this exam, I think I have not asked anything which is related to time. So need not practice that. Okay. Okay, straight away there is nothing much in this lesson except les verb pronomino. I'll just have a small recap of that and then let's move. So already we have said that in this conjugation. In case if someone has missed it, just listen to this. Les verb pronomino. In pronominal or reflexive verbs, the action is done by the subject on itself. Subject is nothing but you yourself. Okay. You get up on your own, you comb your hair, you wash your face, or you get up and you have your breakfast. So whatever the actions which you do for yourself, it is called as les verb pronomino, or it is called as reflexive verb. It is a reflection for you. Okay. Imagine you do it in front of a mirror. Okay. You stand in front of a mirror, you comb your hair. Whom you are seeing? Are you seeing yourself or someone else? So it is a reflection. So the action which is done to yourself is les verb pronomino, we can say. Okay. So that is a special case of conjugation. Je me lève. So the infinitive will be se lever, common. Se will come for all the infinitive. This se, okay, it will be conjugated in me, te, se, nous, vous, se. So whenever it is je, it is je me lève, tu te lèves, il, elle se lève, nous nous levons, vous vous levez, il, elle se lève. Okay. So I think there is not much more to discuss on this lesson. Okay. Okay, this lesson there are seasons. You can just have a recap on seasons. Okay. Changer au négatif. Oh, this one I'll explain you. Okay. Il a deux stylos. Okay. Il n'a pas de stylo. So verb, before verb it is ne, and after verb it is pas. Il n'a pas de stylo. Il n'a pas de stylo. So in case if he doesn't have stylo, il n'a pas de stylo. Ce ne sont pas des chats. Ce ne sont pas des chats. Il n'apprend pas le hindi. Elle n'a pas 5 crayons. Nous n'avons pas une voiture bleue. Okay. So negative you know already. So last class we revised this présente à l'indicatif, verb pronomino. These are general questions. Répondez aux questions. And is there anything which... Okay. Décrivez votre journée typique en utilisant les verbes donnés. So this is a paratype. So I have not asked any paratype for quarterly. So you can be happy with it. Okay, 14 is a very short choose type. Okay. So you can revise it. 15 it is true or false. So I think there is not much anything about lesson 3. I think let's see. Regarding lesson 2 and lesson 1, so il est français, lesson 2. So based on this lesson, the grammar part is position des adjectives and l'infinitive, après and autre verb. So among these two, any one will come. Okay, so based on that, whatever is there, please revise it. So météo plurial, revise it once. We have seen n number of times. And this one, using two verbs, only one verb should be conjugated. Okay, so just keep that in mind and revise this. And adjectives, any one exercise if you revise it will be easy. So whatever the exercise which I asked in midterm, I think this exercise already it came in midterm, so definitely I will not ask that exercise. Météo féminin I might not ask. I think it was also asked in midterm, so just skip the exercise which came to midterm. Okay, so regarding lesson 1 I'll show you. Okay, lesson 1, la rentrée. Let's see the grammar part. Adverb de quantité. and there is les articles définis, indéfinis avec préposition partitif, les verbes already we have seen. So just revise these things. 3, 4, 5, this comes under conjugation. 7, 8 and 10. So 8 and 9 we already see in the conjugation part. So that's it with lesson 1. Okay, so whatever the exercise which I recapped now, in case if you have missed something, please rewind the video and just check it. Okay, so thank you all, have a nice day, and prepare well for your quarterly midterm. All the best. Merci, au revoir, bonne journée.